What's up, you guys? Welcome to Blocked Content. Today we are talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon. These two awesome games are coming out very soon, and Nintendo is bombarding us with awesome trailers, revealing new Pokemon in the game, revealing new abilities, new cool things to hunt for, new cool things to do in the game, power-ups, everything, you name it, and I am just getting so excited for this game, and I just had to talk about it. A new trailer dropped, and it totally changes the way people see Pokemon. It totally changes the way people will play the games. It totally changes, the simple but effective formula of these awesome games, and I was just so excited seeing this trailer, seeing very cool new Pokemon get announced, and also get a little wink at Pokmon Snap, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and it now returns in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So before I move on to talk about the footage that we see, it's worth noting that I've not talked about Pokemon Sun and Moon all that much at this point. The reason being is I just wanted to, see how it, turns out over a longer period of time. But now that I see these kind of things in the trailer, not only just the Pokemon, but the sheer, new options and characters, and it at this point it's just refueled enough for me to actually start talking about it, and I know I should have done it a lot earlier, but for now this is my jumping off point, and this game, it looks good, it looks amazing. This is the first game in the series where everything is going 3D, everything is going three-dimensional. The pathways are not just linear. You can go anywhere, you can do anything you want. It's still a handheld game, it's still very much Pokemon, it's still very much an RPG, but Pokemon Sun and Moon does so many things to change up that formula. First off, the region, of course, is the Alola region, which means it's sort of a Hawaiian-inspired place to be in, and it has different islands. All these islands have different themes. You can do different things there, and it also, it has these weird Alolan forms for Pokemon. That means the old Pokemon that they are actually changing depending on, the climate of this whole island. So, for instance, Rattata or something like that, they look totally different in this game because, at nighttime, you'll encounter these guys and see, wow, they are dark type now. So I love everything about this game, what I've seen so far, even from the very first teaser where we kind of thought, could this be like a Hawaii kind of setting? And everything they're doing to increase the awesomeness of Pokemon with the Z moves and with, building on Mega Evolutions and things like different types. I love what they're doing with this game, and I can't wait to dive in. So let's just do it. Let's just dive into the footage that we've seen from the new trailer of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So at first, we see this new guy announced. It's type Null, which is a really weird name for a Pokemon because it's not a name. Like it's like a code for like a laboratory experiment, like a weird thing. It's type Normal, which I also think is kind of weird because we see it use all these crazy laser attacks. But it looks really awesome. But I feel weird about this Pokemon because I kind of think it has parts of different Pokemon in it or something. I can see the tail kind of looks like the Sharpedo's tail. I think the claws on the front kind of look like Skarmory. And the body type maybe Houndoom or Houndour or something like that. So it kind of feels like this is like a weird laboratory experiment. It's so weird, and just looking at this Pokemon on the Pokemon website, it states it's categorized as being a synthetic Pokemon. So kind of like the Vision in the Avengers movies, it's like synthetic, right? So it's not real. It's made by humans, probably. Its typing is normal, its height is 6'3", it has its weight all on the website. The ability that it has is Battle Armor, and it looks like it has quite the armor, this Pokemon. It even has a gigantic sort of battle axe on his head, and it looks like a dog or something like that. But let's see what the Pokemon website says. It says, this Pokemon wearing a mask that has been dubbed Null, meaning nothing. That's actually quite sad for a Pokemon, right? Like, you're nothing. Well, let's see what else it says. It says the shapes on its front and hind legs are clearly different. The reason is that type Null was constructed to synthesize the strengths of various Pokemon, enabling it to adapt to any situation. Oh man, so something went wrong. The mask fitted to type Null's head is a piece of equipment designed to control its latent powers. It's extremely heavy, so it also serves to hinder type Null's agility. So let's get this straight. humans designed something and they put it on its head. So that's part of the Pokemon then, right? So are they making more in the lab, or how does this work? Can multiple people catch him? Is there one in the world, like Mewtwo or something? I don't really know. I think what's funny though, it says latent powers. So might this Pokemon hold some kind of psychic power? I don't know. It kind of seems that way, right? And also, later on in the trailer, we'll find a Pokemon that's dubbed 1. And this being Null, or nothing, or 0. And then we have Mewtwo. So maybe we have some sort of weird theory here that these are all laboratory experiments that kind of build on one another's technology, maybe. It looks like a tragic Pokemon, this Pokemon. It even looks kind of sad in his face, There's anger, but there's definitely some sadness with this Pokemon. And also, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Zygarde with the panels on his hind legs, right? So the last line says, to complete a certain mission, there was need of a Pokemon powerful enough to rival those Pokemon often spoken of in mythology. So these Pokemon, probably they're talking about the legendaries of the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, the lion and the giant bat. But it might even mean something bigger than this, Pokemon often spoken in mythology might mean even newer Pokemon, but it might also mean Pokemon like the legendaries from the first series. Okay, so we move on to the next Pokemon, and this where I get kind of confused. His name is Jangmo-o, or Jangmo-mo? Jangmo-o. Jango Fett. This Pokemon is categorized as the scaly Pokemon. Its type is just Dragon. It's very small, and its special ability is bulletproof/soundproof. So what I think about the initial design of this Pokemon, I think it's a little uninspired. I like the way his beak looks, but to me it just looks like generic dragon Pokemon, right? It has nothing really special about it in its design. Yeah, I'm just generally not that big of a fan of this design. It looks a bit too generic to me. People could mistake it for being an electric type Pokemon. But I like the look on its face. I think that beak is very cute. And the colors, I do like the colors, the gray and the dark gray. They work together quite well, and this could transform into a very cool evolution for this Pokemon. I'm very excited to see what the evolution might look like. So, on the official website it says, Jangmo-o has the pride of a warrior, although it remains humble about its capabilities. In its pursuit to become stronger, it never neglects its training. This is what I think is really cool, because it's like this small dude, but it's like humble about everything that it can do, but it has the pride of a warrior, I kind of think about like a Vegeta from Dragon Ball, but like if Vegeta was like a baby or something like that. That's this guy. Maybe we need to Photoshop him with Vegeta's hair, and maybe it works. So what else does it say on the website? It says, because Jangmo-o uses the scales on its head for both offense and defense, it never turns its back to its enemies. Many trainers see this behavior and take it as proof that Jangmo-o is a valiant Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's a very cool, unique thing for this Pokemon. It kind of looks like a shield, but I think you can flip Pokemon over and kind of use it as a weapon. Same thing for its tail, I think. So it also says, Jangmo-o gather in harsh locales, like canyons, where no other people or Pokemon are around, to live together as they train. So these are really, they're warriors in packs, right? They fight with family, and they kind of want to be left alone. It kind of reminds me of that Charizard Valley from the Pokemon series, right? They are also warrior Pokemon, and they kind of want their own space. So maybe these two would actually get along. So the special ability is bulletproof or soundproof. That sounds awesome too. Probably because it has so many scales, it will be very, defensive. And even though I don't like the design that much, I think this could evolve in such a cool Pokemon, and maybe even like be Dragon Electric or something. That would be very special. Okay guys, so this is where it gets weird. We also have the confirmation that not only does Rattata have this Alolan form that looks very weird, we touched upon that in one of our other videos. Go check out the NX reveal video where we talk about Rattata's form. But yeah, that rings more true for the Raticate form, because it's categorized as a mouse Pokemon. Its typing is now Dark Normal, just as Rattata is. It's a lot heavier, it's a lot bigger, and its special ability is Gluttony and Hustle. So it knows how to get down. This Pokemon design looks so weird to me. Like, I don't want to make the obvious joke, but just look at those cheeks. That's kind of weird. being all hairy and stuff like that too. But I do actually kind of like the idea that it's like saving food or something like that. I used to do that when I was very small, so I kind of know that feeling. The website says because urban areas are their main habitat, their diet is higher in calories than ordinary Raticate. As a result, they have become hefty. So hefty is the nice word for saying they've become super fat. Alolan Raticate prefers to eat only fresh fruits and high-class ingredients. There are rumors that a certain top-notch restaurant takes advantage of an Alolan Raticate's taste buds by bringing it along when choosing ingredients to buy and having it test new dishes. So yeah, it's kind of like the Ratatouille spin on this character. So Raticate, Ratatouille, I like to see that spin-off movie. I think they might do something with that in the Pokemon anime for this season. I think you guys noticed that I actually put the logo for the new anime here instead of the games, because I think it's cool to, think ahead and what could Ash be doing in this area, right? So this might be an episode for Ash to, maybe he needs to pay his dues and come work in a restaurant for one night with his friends, and maybe there's, this Alolan Raticate there. I don't know, I'm just thinking ahead. So what's more is Alolan Raticate continually stockpile huge amounts of food in their nests. They mostly prefer to send out Alolan Rattata to gather food while they themselves stay at home in their nests and just eat. So these guys are like the dads, the moms and dads, and they're like, okay, just you do your thing, and we'll just stay here and we'll just eat. Everything in this description just says this Pokemon is lazy and it likes to eat. It also says Alolan Raticate is the totem Pokemon of the trial that takes place in Verdant Cavern on Melee Island in Pokemon Moon. It summons Rattata to help it confront those who take on the trial. Gumshoos appears in the totem Pokemon in Verdant Cavern in Pokemon Sun. So as they will show in this trailer later on, there are a lot of things that change between the two versions. So we can actually learn from this that in Pokemon Moon, where it's, dark mostly, this Pokemon will be in the trial. And the trial is kind of something to bridge the gap between a gym and I think the Elite Four or something like that. So this Pokemon will be pretty powerful, I think. So if we were to catch one, I think we could train it to do more than just be lazy and eat the whole day. So now in the trailer it says that Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon are actually set 12 hours apart. This is very special for the Pokemon series because they've never done something like this before. It's always just been two alternate universes, two different ways of playing the game, and you could connect them and trade. But in this case, they're actually set hours apart from each other, so that means in one instance you'll start the game at daytime, and one instance you'll start the game at nighttime. And what I think is really interesting is that if you think about it, Sun is like the entry level game in this series. So probably because it'll start at day, that's a lot nicer for people to jump into it. And I think that if you started Pokemon Sun, maybe Pokemon Moon could even, be a little bit harder, because even in the Zelda series and stuff like that, Pokemon at night might be more tough than Pokemon at day. So is this sort of their way to make things more difficult, or be able to choose difficulty? I don't know. I really think that there might be these differences that make these games differ so much from each other that they might even differ in difficulty. So I'm very curious to see what else changes, because we can see, of course, that different Pokemon will appear in these versions as well, as they always do, but certain events will also play out differently. We can see here that Gumshoos and the Alolan Raticate appear in these trials, in these battles, so they all do the same attack. That looks cute, but I think that's very interesting, and they could go many ways with this very cool 12 hours apart function. So the rest of the trailer introduces the Aether Foundation, and this is a group of scientists, and they all have very unique, awesome designs. I'm gonna try and not botch the names as much, but this is Aether's glamorous president, and her name is Lucamine. And her hair is very reminiscent of a certain Pokemon, if you might notice. Her legs are very skinny, and she kind of looks, she has the president look down because she looks angry, and she looks determined for something. She says, "Welcome to the Aether Paradise, the Aether Foundation's own private island." So she presents something. "I will be like a mother to all of those poor Pokemon and shower them with love." Okay, so this is a good guy, I think. Even Pokemon from distant worlds far from the Alola region are worthy of my love. So, might your trainer actually be from a different region then? Coming all the way from maybe, where Ash is from, or from a different region? That'd be very cool, because the earlier trailers already show these kids come from different parts of the world and connect together, This kid goes on vacation to that Hawaiian, resort, which kind of looks like Alola. So, might we have a character that isn't born in that region explore that region? That would be very cool. This might hint at that. So then we see Faba, and this guy's the Aether's branch chief. He looks very mischievous. He actually looks kind of like a bad guy, but he's dressed in white as opposed to the Skull team. And he continues to say, just as the name suggests, Aether Paradise is a veritable paradise for Pokemon that floats far out in the sea, surrounding Alola. So, it's an artificial island made entirely by human technology for the protecting of Pokemon. So this kind of goes further into what we think that might happen with the type Null Pokemon. Maybe that's also designed by these characters, or maybe they're trying to prevent things like that from happening. So now we get to this assistant branch chief. Her name is Wick, or maybe her name is Thick, if you know what I'm saying. Wick says, we keep Pokemon that have been targeted by Team Skull here. And we also try to support Pokemon that need a little extra protection. So to me, these functions, they are just to have different types of genders and people in that squad, which is totally fine, but they don't really serve any different purpose to me. And they're, of course, the antagonists of the Team Skull, or rather, they support us, the heroes. They say, Team Skull, give back that Pokemon. They have a Slowpoke, and the Pokemon says, oh. That's right, we're gonna sell this Pokemon to get rich, and we won't make no bones about it. So, he's talking about bones. He's making some jokes because they're Team Skull, of course. So we get our first look at Team Skull's enforcer. This is Gladian, and he kind of looks like a very cool kid with these holes in his pants and in his jacket, and he has a very cool hairstyle too. But he kind of looks the part of like a Gary of this series, right? He's gonna be the antagonist for sure. He says, "Battle me. I won't take no for an answer." And then he does this very cool emo pose, and the game says, "You are challenged by Team Skull's Gladian." And he says, "You know you can't beat me. You'll just get your Pokemon hurt for no reason." So this is an evil guy. I'm very happy that they at least show this guy. There's probably a ton more bad guys in the game, but it's good to know that we have a traditional bad guy. And the rival that we've thought was our rival before, the younger guy that was with you at the start, probably that's just your friend then, because this looks like, it will be your rival. So the game says, search the Alola region for Zygarde cells and cores. So as many people predicted, you can actually, travel the world of Pokemon Sun and Moon and search for these cells of Zygarde, the epic, awesome, gigantic, special, legendary, awesome, cool Pokemon. This guy Dexio says, "I've made up my mind, I'll entrust this important item to you." So probably after a fetch quest, you'll get this very cool Zygarde cube. And you use this cube to put in all these cells. Sina says, "The item that I just gave you is for collecting the cores and cells of a Pokemon, Zygarde." And Zygarde is, of course, might it be from the previous generation? I don't know for sure. It's kind of like in between, it was like the Z Pokemon. And here we can see the trainer collecting these different things. This is probably a cell, and it says the strange creature was sucked into the Zygarde cube. So maybe if you collect all of these, you create Zygarde, or you can call upon him, and you can maybe have the chance to catch him. I don't think if you collect all of it, you'll get the Pokemon. You'll get to challenge him, and maybe that Pokemon will be very, it has these different forms, of course, so training that Pokemon will be very rewarding, because it will end up transforming into this giant, hulking, almost Digimon-looking Pokemon. So now we come to my personal favorite thing of this entire trailer, because it actually says taking photos is a snap with the Poke Finder. And even the word snap is included, which I totally love. There was a game for the Nintendo 64 that came out, which was called Pokemon Snap. I've been contemplating doing a Let's Play on this game because it's one of my favorite games of all time. And in that game, you're kind of in this buggy riding around, and it's on rails, and you look around and you basically take pictures of Pokemon in the wild. But it's done so well, it's done so vibrantly, and you can do so many different things. You can trigger Pokemon to do stuff, and your photo quality actually matters, getting Pokemon in the heat of the moment, or unlocking certain things by throwing apples at it. And I thought it was just so ingenious, and why didn't anyone make a good photography game? And Pokmon Snap actually did that at that time, which was like nearing the 2000s, right? So it was like, yeah, taking photos as a snap with the Poke Finder, that made me happy because it's a little wink to Pokemon Snap. It's not actual Pokemon Snap, but I feel that Nintendo is testing the waters here, right? You gotta imagine if this option in the game does really well and people respond to it, for sure they're gonna have to do an NX version of Pokemon Snap. So we see the little portable Pokédex pop out of your pocket, and it says firing up the Poke Finder, and the Poke Finder is this new device that you can actually use to zoom in on Pokemon that you can find in different areas. So you can't always use this because I think the game is not modeled that way. I don't think you can just turn into first-person view because I don't think the entire world is modeled. But there are certain areas where you can look around and catch Pokemon in the act, and you can take cool pictures. You can zoom in and out, and you have some picture slots. So you can at most take like 5 pictures of this Pikachu. And the Pokédex actually says nice one, nice one. Pikachu does different poses, and they're just like in Pokemon Snap. You can show off your picture, right? You can choose which picture you want to send, and that looks really cool. So it looks like there are actually reactions from all over the internet, so maybe you can upload them online and people can actually react to the pictures. And I think that if there is some creativity to be done here, this will be a very popular function in the game. If it's not that creative and you just see the Pokemon, you can't walk around, you can't take the shot from different angles, you can't influence the Pokemon, then it won't be that interesting. But the comments, it's super cute, it's super simple, and that's great. This one's getting pretty good, huh? You didn't ever photograph me, did you? It's raining over here. So if this isn't online and this is just reactions in the game, I have no words for that. That'd be typical Nintendo, and I wouldn't really like that much. Then it says, here you are, look how many people gave you your photo a thumbs up. Zzz, zzz. So you get likes on your picture, so probably it has to be online, right? Or the game kind of measures how well it does or something, but it has to be online. If it's not online, it's unforgivable. And now we see a portion which is very cool, like moody. We see this giant bridge. The graphics don't look that good, but it's okay. It kind of looks very close to Pokemon Snap did on the Nintendo 64, so in that regard, sure, the Pokemon are cel-shaded now, so you can better see them, and we see Dragonite fly, and, we can't take the perfect picture of him right now, so what could we do to maybe lure him to us, but we're, of course, also not on full zoom, so we might get a really good shot of that Dragonite if we zoom in just a little bit more. So the game says a mysterious threat, Ultrabeasts, and this is where fans are really speculating at this moment because there was a character introduced before, her name was Lily, and this Pokemon looks exactly like her. This Pokemon is called UB1. So we have UB1, type Null, Mewtwo. What is happening to these numbers and these legendary Pokemon? So this is a very special Pokemon, I think, because not only is it transparent, is it really cute and weird, it doesn't have eyes, it's just this celestial being. It's called an Ultra Beast. What is it all about? And what I like about this Pokemon is that the website of Pokemon Sun and Moon doesn't even have a description on this. So it's left totally open. What is this thing? What could it mean to Pokemon? Is this a Pokemon, or is this an Ultra Beast, or whatever? Is this maybe some sort of human turned Pokemon? I'm just so confused by this right now. And like I said in the beginning, they're doing everything to set this Pokemon game apart from the previous ones. They're introducing new concepts, Alolan Pokemon, transformations, Z-moves, all that kind of stuff. But this has to take the cake. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm very curious, what do you guys think is going on with Pokemon Sun and Moon and this particular UB1 Pokemon? And could the name be of any hint to whatever this is? UB1. Maybe this is the very first Pokemon ever found. That could actually be true. Alright, so I'm back recording this after the fact, actually, because I've done some research about the new Pokemon. This Ultrabeast, actually, on Cerebi.net, which is a very famous Pokemon website that researches all the new things that come out, and even from, Japanese sources and stuff like that. They've actually found that Ultra Beasts are a new concept introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but the true nature of Ultra Beasts are not yet known. But they possess powers that could pose a threat to humans and Pokemon. So this Pokemon maybe doesn't even know that it's that powerful, that it has a big threat, but it is very dangerous. Man, that's dark. So its English name and its Japanese name are the exact same, UB1, but its typing is unknown. It could be a water Pokemon, it could be psychic, it could be fairy. I don't really know at this point. Is it a Pokemon? It's just called an Ultra Beast. Could this be a whole new concept in that world that would, break everyone's brain? So there are really, there are little things that you can still grab from this. This beast was revealed in the news release on September 6th. Its body is composed of a glass-like substance. However, it's constantly changing shapes, never settling on one, and we can see that, of course, in the footage dancing around. While evidence of something like a survival instinct can be observed in UB1, no one knows whether it has a will of its own or any emotions. So no one really knows if this Pokemon is actually alive. Maybe it's just like a floating organism. It's said that for some reason its movements resemble those of a young girl. And I thought this was really interesting. A young girl? Why would a Pokemon pose like a young girl? So I started looking some things up, and I found that in one of the first trailers of this game, there's a character introduced that's called Lily. And Lily has a big hat, she has a sun hat on her head, which really resembles the look of this Ultra Beast. Also, the hair of this Pokemon looks the exact same, and it has the skinny legs, and of course the main color white. So could this character be a Pokemon? So the official website states, here we have Lily. She's a character who's a mysterious girl. She assists the professor. This young girl is about the same age as your character, and she's working as Professor Kukui's assistant for personal reasons. She's not fond of making Pokemon fight in battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Lily will play an important role in the story of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So all this information sounds so vague that she has to be UB1, right? Or she at least has to have some sort of connection. Did this Pokemon somehow swallow her, and does she later in the story turn out to, need to be rescued? Or is she a Pokemon? Is a human Pokemon hybrid? Or do all those experiments that we talked about in this video, do they go too far, and does some horrible accident happen with UB1 and this Lily character? Man, I can't be more hyped for this game because they're doing everything to keep us so hyped. They're showing just so much, and they're keeping so much to their chest. They're doing everything right with this game. A lot of new stuff, a lot of cool new Pokemon, a lot of cool new forms, and I'm just very curious. What do you think of all this? Maybe you guys can go out and do some research of your own. Come back to this channel, Blocked Content, with your findings. Please post your comment below. What did you find out about Lily? What did you find out about UB1? What are Ultra Beasts? What is going on with Pokemon Sun and Moon? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like what we do, please hit the subscribe button because this family has plays for many, many more. So thank you for watching. You can also search us on Twitter. We are @SquareThings. You can also like our Facebook page @SquareThings. Well, for now, this was the Pokemon Sun and Moon news. I'm very happy that I, dive into this because it's so interesting. And I think we have to follow Pokemon Sun and Moon a lot more close because, man, there's a lot going on that no one seems to understand at this moment. So it keeps developing, and I am very excited for this game. So thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.